Welcome to the Heart-Led Business Coaching Collective sales and invitation page. I'm so excited you're here. So this video is a walkthrough, a space where I'm going to be talking about the Heart-Led Business Collective, things you need to know, things that will help you form your clarity. I hold a standard in my spaces that you enroll in things, you buy things, right? Which is a sacred exchange of money and time and energy from a place of delicious clarity, of resourceness, of true desire over feeling like a lot of FOMO vibes, a dysregulated nervous system, feeling like you have to do this in order to become successful. Okay. This is a space that is about nurturance, that is the Heart-Led Business Collective. It is for the person who has you have a devotional gift to give to the world. You are someone, whether you are just getting started, you've been in your business for years, you've not brought in a dollar yet, you've brought in multi-millions of dollars. I work with people across the board. We have a wide range of people in this container, but you are someone who, this is your spiritual calling. This is on your path. This is what you're meant to be doing, and you know it. And you may be forming clarity. You may have a lot of clarity of that direction. There's Forrest. He always, I don't know if you can hear him in this video, but he always has to have a cameo. But you are here to do big work. You are here to be someone, you love your work, or you're going to love your work, but you know you're meant to love your work, to love your clients, to love what you do in the world. Your business is here to have this impact of spreading love and well-being and having ripples into the collective. It's a generational shift, right? In your own lineage and in the people around you. You're meant to be a light and a powerhouse, and you're willing to do the deep work that it takes to do that. You are willing, right? Like, what I always say is, if you are creating shifts of well-being in the world, you also get to run your business from love, from well-being, from nourishment. And this space is about helping you transform into that. It's about bringing out more of your resource, bringing out more of your gifts, helping you heal the places where you're moving from scarcity, you're moving from not enoughness, you're moving from your wounds and how you're operating your business, and it's just perpetuating that. Oh, I'm getting into like so many things here, but let me talk a bit. Let me just keep talking. I'm like on a vibe right now. I actually just got off of one of our weekly calls, and I always say, I'm like, I could run a marathon after these calls. I could literally run a marathon because I'm like, so it's life-giving business. This is business that, the way I run my business and the standard I hold, and then what I help my clients create, is that I love my work. I'm filled up by my work. Okay. I actually have healed trauma. I've recovered from burnout while scaling my business to teach thousands of people. Okay. At the time of recording this, I'm going on teaching 5,000 clients. And I have literally, my life has only gotten better. I haven't been more drained. I've had more free time, more creativity in my business as well as in the rest of my life. At the time of recording this, I sing in a funk band and in the choir. And yeah, I have plenty of space for life. I'm designing a business for motherhood, right? I guess it's not something you plan for, but I feel motherhood coming very soon in the next couple years. So like, I'm designing my business to be able to support that. And this is what I call in for my clients, and what I help my clients build is a life-giving business, something that fills you up, that nurtures you. It literally gives you life, and it gives life to your clients, and it gives life to all of life. Okay. So to come into this space, you have to be willing, in any of my spaces, whether it be one-on-one, the Heart-Led Business Collective, anytime I do like in-person intensives, any of my courses, there's going to be a balance of doing that inner work and the external work. Okay, so I always refer to the inner work first, because I don't want you to go out there, and I've seen this happen so many times, people building a business that they think they want, but it's actually based off of shoulds, based off of performance, and based off of trying to heal their wounds, and that's just not how you do it. And so I've seen people literally scale business to hundreds of thousands of dollars a month coming in, and then burn it all to the ground because they were burnt out. They were like, oh, I actually never wanted this. And it's a big lesson. And I don't want that for you. And if you've done that, great, you're in the right place. Actually, come work with me. I got you. This is the space for you. So whether you are scaling, starting, or you're refining something, and you're like, you know what? I know that this can be better. This can be better for my well-being. I can bring more of my gifts to this. I can love my business more. This is the space for you. And I'm going to be telling you about what's included, but these are some of the intentions. And gosh, it's just pouring out of me. Like I said, you have to be willing to do that inner work, because that is going to be guiding your North Star. So in this space of all of my courses, we are doing a wide range of practices. I don't focus on one modality. I'm someone I've learned a wide range and also created modalities over the last 17 years. And maybe it's my Libra energy, but I love working with all of the parts. So like we work with somatics, we work with mindset, because like these things are interconnected. It's not one or the other. Your brain is literally part of your body. It's like a huge part of your central nervous system, right? And your thoughts impact your body, and how you feel, and vice versa, right? So working with the unseen realms, right? Like bringing out your mysticism, bringing out your spiritual gifts, bringing out your intuitive knowing, your connection to truth, your connection to knowing your direction, to be able to be discerning and wise, working with your heart and your love, right? It's heart-led business, something that you love and that you love to give to the world. So I take you through a wide variety of practices in all of my containers, right? Whether that be money focused practices, sales focused practices, leadership focused practices. And then we also do the work, balance that vision, that knowing, that love, and like what's driving you, that inner powerful inner being who's here to give and receive, who's here to create, with the tangible action steps, the business model that is going to serve you, laying out the plan, taking the steps, delegating, building team or refining your team, building very simple. I'm a big fan of simplicity, right? Because I really like, and a lot of my clients who come in end up being big fans of simplicity. I don't do formulas in terms of like, here's exactly, like I balance mentorship, like telling you my ways of doing things, with helping you find your way, because I am not the same as you. We are not exactly the same. I would hope that if you're coming into one of my spaces, you see a lot of resonance with us in terms of our values, in terms of, I embody and have experienced some things that you want to, but we don't have to be exactly the same. And so therefore, we're not going to have exactly the same business. No one in this container has exactly the same business. But helping you plot out these these ways of operating, the tangible steps, working with your momentum, working with your pacing. We have a lot of really powerful conversations in this space. Okay, so this is who it's for. I'm sure I'm gonna talk more about it, but let's get into what it actually is. So I have the sales page up. It helps me like refer and think of things to say to you all. I'm the kind of person who could talk all day. So the Heart-Led Business Collective, what it is in itself, and yeah, I invite you, like, read over things, let it really seep in. But what it actually is, and here's some like of my amazing client results. Again, this is like, I call my work root work, because it's getting to the core of success. This isn't like quick fixes. This is like, I love this. The best part, it felt so normal, anchored, grounded. I trust myself with this, and I know there is more. Like, this woman did the work. Same here. I feel the lightest and freest in my body and life. Like, that is it. Like, the balance of the tangible results and the like feeling amazing as you're doing it. Gosh, this one's so good too. Like, I read through, or I realized today that I made more in 2 months than I had in the past 2 years. It's incredible. And this woman, they all deserved it. They deserved it. Huge hearts. So let me get into first a bit about what this is. You can read about me. I'm assuming if you're here, you already know a bit about me. Maybe you've been in some of my courses, you've been through some of my free offerings. If you haven't, I encourage you to go like binge the Wealthy Show, I have like a 19-part free, actually it's 20 now because I just recorded another class yesterday, free masterclass series that has practices and trainings. But you can learn about me. I tell my story. I'm extremely open with my story. I've had a lot of success and a lot of challenge in my life. So I'm really able to hold and a lot of like incredible teachers, mentors, incredible like spiritual experiences. And I'm good at what I do. And I can say that with a lot of confidence. I'm really good at what I do. I hold very deep spaces for like real transformation. And that's something that clients mirror back to me again and again. You can read here about like who this is for. So the Heart Led Business Collective, what it actually is, I'm going to actually come back and talk about these different areas, or maybe actually I'll talk about it. So how I designed this is I actually didn't really mean to. I've just been teaching business courses for like, I'm going on 7 years of being full-time in my business. I started out teaching yoga and meditation and started learning about money and business because I sucked at it and it was really hard and scary. And I had built a social media audience before that. It was a big like visibility. I was someone who came from being diagnosed as socially anxious to having a platform with tens of thousands of people. And so it was a medicine journey for me. And so has been running a business, a medicine journey. And so I've built out all these courses and I started to recognize there's these key areas that I call nutrients, right? These are nutrients. Again, everything in here is it's not about fixing problems. It's not about like operating from this place if there's something wrong. It's about learning to nurture. It's a subtle shift, but it's a big shift and it will create big results in how you experience your life and your business. So the areas we focus on are your business beingness. That actually goes into literally everything else that we talk about. Like I said, we're always focusing on the inner and outer, but I have a couple of programs that are specifically focused on the inner. And I'll talk about what those are. So money, both your relationship and the tangible stewardship skills, being able to relate to money in a reciprocal, trusting, empowered, peaceful, loving way, and being able to actually know how to take care of money. So this is all wealthy right here. Wealthy. And I teach both the inner work and take you through practices and teach you things about investing, stocks, real estate, cryptocurrency. Teach you how to understand it. And I'm very good. I've been a teacher like literally kind of all my life because I was always like a tutor in schools. I taught, one of my first jobs was teaching dance. And I have a master's degree in environmental engineering. And so I'm really good at doing the inner work. Again, Libra, I'm really good at doing the inner work and holding space for the inner work. And I'm good at explaining like, more high level things that like logistical things and breaking them down. So a lot of times I notice clients come to me if they're kind of on one spectrum or the other. Maybe they've been more in the energetic realms, but don't have like the skills or like quite the discipline. I call it devotional discipline though, to ground it into reality. Or they're kind of more on the other side where they, are very like type A, getting the things done, but are not actually nurturing the inner being and like feeling like not fully connected, not fully fulfilled, and like burning themselves out. So we balance both. Your actual offering, right? So it's not just about being good at marketing and then all of your clients are like, I feel disappointed with your work. Who's been there? Me. I have felt that. But it's like continuing to create really beautiful offerings to the world, whether that be through your products, your services, your offerings, the organization you're creating. I work with a wide variety of people. So, space holders, therapists, coaches, people in creative industries like the music business, people who are starting nonprofits or founding tech companies. I've worked with a wide variety of industries, and this space, no matter what industry you're in, if you resonate with what I'm saying, there will be plenty for you to do and plenty for you to learn from, 100%. Okay. Um, so yes. So then working with your actual, like, your visibility, your brand, your connection. Money comes from deep connections with humans. It flows through humans. So we work with that community connection, social media content, um, visibility, all of these things, both in the inner and outer realms. Sales, so the marketing, that the invitations to join the offers. I believe in like a very simple process with sales. My course Sacred Sales takes you through, it actually is both, it combines these two areas. um Again, my dog being a guard dog right now. But sales is sacred. Sales is a sacred invitation of an exchange. Something I do really well that I help teach my clients is I am very good at not just attracting any clients, but attracting the right clients, attracting the clients who will actually benefit. Like, when was the last, I like haven't had someone come forward and be like, I actually hated your container and don't want to work with you in years, literally years, because I got really good at this. I got really good at setting a standard, both from like my boundaries as well as how I market. The people who come into my spaces are like, I'm so happy to be here, and really receive well. And then systems and embodiment, the energetic capacity as well as the structural capacity to scale. So how this all works is you join, you're in for a year, and you get immediate access to all of these courses. Okay. So these courses cover the expanse of everything we talked about there. So I've already run all of these, so you get immediate access. However, I do go through them live again. So um, depending on what time you're joining, will tell like which course is coming up next live. So I'm not gonna, I feel myself wanting to be like, here's the one I'm running live next, and here's after that. But Wealthy, the only one, Wealthy is live all the time. It's all the time and it's lifetime access. But so once you're in for a year, you actually have alumni access to Wealthy forever. And there is like an alumni option to do another year in this container, and things are always being refreshed. There's always new conversations going on. But depending on when you join is will depend on like what program we're going to be doing live next, and then I'm rotating and doing things live. One of the biggest things that you get access to, so this is at the time, so I'll update it here. I'll have it updated like at the time of recording. This is what's the order of things, but this will be updated. So one of the biggest things that you get from this container, one of the best things is, yes, you're getting access to all this content, but you actually get deep personalized support. So this is like a blend of having access to a bunch of courses and having access to a mastermind in one-on-one space. So we do weekly live calls. So every Thursday at 11 a.m. MST. If you can't make a call, they're always recorded. And we have all of this is organized in a directory. So every single training I've done and every single call we do has notes and is uploaded to this directory. So everything's super organized so that you can find it, and be like, oh, I want to go into this training, or oh, I want to tap into this call where they talk about this topic. It's really incredible. But every week you come to these calls, I get to know you. I'm like my clients in here, I know them. I can refer to things that happened a couple months ago. Like, I really know you. So you're getting direct feedback and direct for you. And people, the feedback is that these calls are so helpful. Like today, I was taking some notes. I actually wrote down a couple things that people said during the call. Like, one of them was like, after a couple people had gone, they were like, it's amazing how everybody's thing is also my thing. So you're getting direct support, but you're also learning from everybody talking. You're like, oh, that actually applies to me. Oh, that's really helpful for me to hear. And another person was like, I'm so glad that I'm in this space because like I'm not alone. I'm not alone. It's a very you've maybe been in like spaces before that felt very performative, like you have to like show up in a certain way, and I'm really good at holding spaces that are not that. So it's very grounded. It's very like, there's not like competitive vibes, there's not like um it's very nurturing because especially the people who come into the space are just kind people, like genuinely kind and like want to see each other succeed. Um, and yeah, we keep the container clean. Like I'm good at keeping a clean container. That's something I've had to learn over the years and I'm good at it. So yeah, like those calls are awesome, amazing where it's at. Do I have anything else to say about the calls? Yeah, another thing to say about it is you can come with a specific question. And sometimes you just come, like, one thing I really encourage for my clients is like, you might have a specific question and you might just have a ramble. You might just have a ramble to show up and be like, well, here, this is happening and this is happening. And I don't really have a specific question because the way I do coaching is a balance of self led and me leading you. So if you don't have a question, great, share where you're at. And I might have something to be like, hey, I'm seeing this, or let's go deeper into this conversation, or let's talk about this. Like one client today didn't have a specific question, but she was talking about where she's at. And I went into a spiel on energetic and tangible momentum building. And everybody in the call was like, freaking love this conversation. Hell yeah. So yeah, those calls are extremely powerful. I love it. As soon as you join, you get to have a onboarding call. So you'll schedule this call. It's a one. I won't be able to do these forever. As more people join, I will not be able to do these. So eventually, you won't even see this on this video. If I'm saying this on this video, I'm still doing it. But eventually, I'm going to get to the capacity where I won't have the space to do these. But for now, everyone who's joining, um, I do a 1 hour onboarding call with you where it's a mixture of onboarding and coaching. So I'm helping you orient to the space and giving you some ideas like of what to get into content wise and how to navigate the space and how it's best going to serve you. And I'm like doing an audit of your business. So one thing that happens when people join my spaces or join one-on-one is like they'll be like, I have so much to do, I have so much to work with just from this like little time alone. And that's the goal of this. Is we sit down, I'm going to be looking at, you know, what's going on in your business, your relationship to your business, your body's well-being, your energy, your embodiment, for success, as well as looking at the pieces of your business, taking like a high level look at the full ecosystem and starting to like help you clean things up for more flow, right? And then we also have a Telegram group so you can stay connected in between calls to celebrate things. You can ask questions if you can't come to the calls. I do answer the questions on the calls. So I don't do any coaching in the Telegram, but it's for a space to stay connected. So literally, if you bought this separately, it would be $18,000 in support. And it is here. I mean, I have hundreds of screenshots like this, you all. And yeah, we're holding a not just intentions for ourselves, but again, it's heart led. There's a lot of heart energy, a lot of love in this container, and it's for ourselves, it's for this group, and it's also for the world. Um, I'm a Buddhist. I've learned a lot of different modalities and lineages, but you know, a lot of my teachers are Buddhist, and I've taken Bodhisattva vows, which means I am committed to gaining more and more enlightenment for the sake of all sentient beings. And I've found that I took that vow in 2019 and it's just like rocked my entire world and being. And yeah, I've learned that like true fulfillment comes from being of service. Service does not mean overgiving. Service does not mean draining yourself and being a martyr. I actually have to be extremely well taken care of and filled up and resourced financially, energetically, in my body, in my mind, in my friendships, in my creativity, in my pleasure body, in order to be of service. So, like, you have to be really good at receiving to be of high service to the world. And that's what we do in this space. Again, more testimonials. You can read all that. And yeah, so I share here some as you're signing up. I've asked this for a long time. You know, again, I hold a standard. It will feel edgy, like expansion is edgy. If your shadows are coming up, if you're if you're feeling intensity in your body, that's normal. That's normal because that's like it's expansion is edgy. It's literally you coming up against your edges and expanding beyond them. But you get to trust your discernment and your knowing. And if you have any questions or want to share anything with me that will support your clarity, you can send me a DM or email me. And then I ask you too that as you're signing up, it starts like it's starting now. I actually design my sales pages energetically in a way where for the right people, the transformation and the integration and the expansion starts like from you listening to this video, from you reading the sales page, and from you like engaging with my content. So when you sign up and you take that first step, make it intentional, have it be a ritual, have it be something where it's this devotional commitment to your devotional business. Okay. And if you are an alumni client, like if you've been in Wealthy, Mastermind one on one, reach out to me because you have an alumni rate. Okay. I'm so excited. If you are someone who is joining, I'm so excited to get to know you. Um, Yeah, this isn't a space where it's like there I don't do like FOMO-y, like join now kind of things. Y- You join at the right moment. It's not about being ready, it's about truth. It's about being like, this is the space for me. And I'm so excited to be in here and I'm so excited to receive from Melissa and the rest of these people. And if you're joining, I'm so excited to meet you. I'm so excited to support you, have our one-on-one call for you to be in this space for a full year. Um, to deeply pour into you. Okay. All right. Lots of love.